Hey there. Welcome back to that 70s Card Show Basement Tapes number 121, if you're watching at home there. Whew, the 60s were crazy, folks. The 1860s were crazy, and the 1960s were crazy as well. And when you combine the two, it's straight up mayhem. Talked a little bit about the 1962 Topps World Series news uh, set in episode 120, I believe. And here we are talking about the inserts. And I chose to do these inserts separately because they really are a unique part of card tops and cultural history, I guess. When I first got these, I bought all these in a collection, including the regular issue Civil War news cards, and there were duplicates of those, and then there was a whole bunch of what looked like real bona fide Confederate currency. And I went to my buddy there, Bob Spar. He had never seen it before. Did a little bit more research. He's a money guy. He deals with coins and currency and stuff like that. Anyway, I did a little bit more research, and I come to find out that these were inserts for that set. And I have 17 of these, and let's learn a little bit more about them because it is a very unique item from Topps. 17 total cards, according to Beckett, $16.24 average value, $276 in total value. They say $150 to $300. Probably cost you a lot more than this because these were some unique inserts, and they were probably played with more so than cards because people might have put them in their wallets. Yeah, young men and young women, and acted as if they were real money, therefore bending them, folding them, throwing them through the laundry machine and all that stuff. Mine happened to be in pristine condition, thankfully, to the collector who had them before. Actually, the original owner had them before. So 17 of these. There is a hierarchy here as far as price, 1 through 3. Let's look at that because there are some um, variations. But I have the number one, the number 10 are both the higher valued ones here. And there it goes all the way down to number 12 being the not so higher valued one. So 17 of these again. Let's talk to TCDB, see what they have to say about this. 17, let's go down the checklist. Actually, we'll go through that in a minute. Inserts and related sets, Confederate currency. Here we are again, right back where we started from. The packaging we saw in the previous Civil War episode, but if you look here, you can kind of see where the currency is showing in the rack packs and stuff like that. So you could see you were getting some money. What you did with that money is unknown to history, but there is a lot of almost realistic Confederate currency in these packs. The paper stock is interesting, and the detail is interesting. There is no nonsensical stuff. This is strictly either a direct copy or an interpretation, a realistic interpretation of what that currency was back in the day. There's some trivia associated with this. They're not telling us there. Let me get back to where we belong here. I think I'm stuck in a web of a regular issue versus inserts here. So let's go right to the gallery. Maybe that'll be the best bet. So card or listed as number one. These are no numbered, of course. Number one bill type. It's a $1 bill type 1. The next one is a $1 bill type 2. So the type 1 Confederate States of America has a gnarly looking dude on there, probably from Blackberry Smoke, and issued in Richmond, as is the second one. The backs are the same or very similar, but the fronts are drastically different. There's $2 bill type 1. Again, has some bearded fellow, and then there's $2 bill type number 2, and that's different as well. I think other than the design, there's some ones that look very similar here. So next card is or insert is the $5 bill type 1 and the $5 bill type 2, and then there's a $5 bill type 3. So the backs look similar, the fronts not so much. Next batch is the $10 bill type 1 and the $10 bill type 2. And moving on, the $20 bill type 1, and I assume the $20 bill type 2 is next. And then there's a $20 bill type 3. $50 bill type 1 is next, and the $50 bill type 2 follows that. And then we have a $100 bill type 1 and a $500 bill type 1 and a $1,000 bill type 1. So all sorts of interesting things on the fronts of these, a lot to kind of ponder if you're going through them. But again, these feel pretty realistic, and I assume they're a little bit smaller than the regular Confederate currency, but they certainly could pass for some Confederate currency during the war if you had some of these floating about. Anyway, historical set. Not sure why they chose Confederate currency and not the currency of the good old US of A at the time. But nonetheless, a very interesting set. This tops off the 62 Civil War news set. And this is the inserts, the Confederate currency. Perhaps they had planned for the Union currency, but they just ran out of steam. So that's it. 1962 Tops Civil War News, Confederate Currency, Basement Tapes, episode number 120.